Hi my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Happy Easter weekend. I'm Legacy Stacker, and today we're going to cover why I want to live to be 100 years old. At the same time, we'll be reviewing 90% or constitutional silver that I stack. But first, to the computer. Now, here at the SD Bullion website, today is Monday, April 18th, 2022. The silver spot price is currently $25.91. The gold spot price is $1,981, which gives us a gold to silver ratio of 76:1. Hi, my precious metals fans. I am very excited to announce that SD Bullion has approved my channel into its Bullion affiliate program. So if you would like to purchase your precious metals from SD Bullion, please use my affiliate links below in the description. It won't cost you any more, and it will really help my channel out. SD Bullion is not sponsoring this video, but they are one of the most trusted bullion sites when purchasing precious metals. Here's the disclaimer. The coins we'll be reviewing today are the constitutional or 90% silver coins, including dollars, half dollars, quarters, and dimes before 1965 or from 1964 or earlier in time. These coins are all part of my stack of constitutional or 90% silver. Okay, so why do I want to live to be 100 years old? Well, because I believe time is on my side when it comes to stacking silver and gold. If we look at this chart regarding the silver spot price, not to mention the current premiums on American Silver Eagles that I stack, I started stacking American Silver Eagles 1-ounce coins back in late 2018 when I could easily get an American Silver Eagle for around $20, including the premium. Now about 3.5 years later, in April of 2022, the spot price of silver has been hovering in the $25 to $30 range since the fall of 2020. On the SD Bullion website, the least expensive American Silver Eagle I typically buy is Brilliant Uncirculated or BU coins. It's in the $39 range with the current premiums today. I should mention the premiums went from about $2 to about $6 or $8, even $10 in premiums, and even higher since approximately May of 2020 as well. If I expand this chart out to say 1990, you can see that I wish I would have bought American Silver Eagles back in the 1990s and up until about 2005, when I could have bought American Silver Eagles under $10 with the premium. So I like to live as long as possible so that I can stack silver and gold and see just how high the spot prices go up over my lifetime. I did a video on how silver can be a hedge against inflation, or how silver outpaces inflation, and I'll put a link to that video right up here. Hi my friends, as you can tell, I've made a decision to keep my identity anonymous on this channel for security reasons. Please feel free to participate in my 1,000,000 subscriber challenge by clicking on the subscribe button below. Do you really want to know who I am? If so, please click on the subscribe button, and when I reach 1,000,000 subscribers, I will move from behind the camera to in front of the camera. That's my challenge to you. It won't cost you anything, and most of all, thank you. When I first started to stack constitutional silver about 4 years ago, you could easily buy constitutional silver at spot price. Today, constitutional or 90% silver is running at about a 25% premium, which is at least less than the 35% premium currently for American Silver Eagles. Given our current situation in 2022, it doesn't look like silver premiums are going to come down anytime soon. I remember when I bought this first tube of Mercury dimes. It cost me about $80 back in 2019, and I thought that was a lot at the time. Today, this roll of Mercury dimes, there's 50 in this tube, is worth about $120. That's a 34% increase in just a few years, or a 9% increase per year. That's comparable to increases in the stock market over long periods of time. No one knows how much silver or gold prices will rise in 10, 20, 30, or even 40 years for sure. But I believe history will repeat itself, and you'll see higher spot prices for silver and gold in the future. On American Silver Eagles, or a tube like this one, the cost of a monster box has risen from $9,000 to about $20,000 today. A monster box, of course, of American Silver Eagles contains 25 tubes of 20 coins each for a total of 500 coins. That's over a 120% increase, or over double the value in price. Again, in only about 3 or 4 years, or a 40% increase per year. That beats the stock market all day long. I'll include a link to my constitutional playlist up here so you can check it out. Now, another thing you can do with silver is trade up. You could buy this tube of mercury dimes for about $120. Dimes are the smallest denomination in 90% silver, and they are great for someone who's just starting out to stack, especially since they are very affordable and can easily fit into your monthly budget. So if you have a monthly budget, or you can create a monthly budget of $100 to $120, you could buy in the first month this tube of mercury dimes. In month 2, you could buy a second tube of 90% constitutional silver dimes. As an example, this is a tube of Roosevelt dimes. Now at this point, just 2 months into it, you could trade up directly these two tubes of 90% dimes for this tube of Washington quarters. Also in month 3, then you could purchase another tube of dimes. In month 4, again with that same $120 a month budget, you could buy a second roll of dimes. And at this point, you can then trade these dimes in for a second roll of 90% quarters. Now at this point, with just 4 months in, you can then trade these quarters for a roll of, this is a Benjamin $50. And then you can repeat that process over the next few months. So in month 5, you can purchase another roll of dimes. In month 6, you can purchase another roll of dimes. And then at that same time, trade those dimes into a tube of quarters. Now at this point, in month 7, you could purchase another roll of dimes, and in month 8, yet another roll of dimes. At the same time, you can trade out those dimes for a tube of quarters. Now at the same time, still in month 8, you could trade out those 2 tubes of quarters for another tube of $50, in this case, Kennedy $50, in this example. At that same time, now that you have 2 rolls of $50, you can trade them out for a full roll of dollars. In this case, these 90% dollars are Morgan dollars, and you could also purchase peace dollars. All this, as you can see, can be done within a year with a monthly budget of silver of just over $100. Over time, you'll be surprised how much you can accomplish in building your stack. And try to remember, ask the question of yourself, how can you afford it? Now at this point, you can decide for yourself how many tubes of 90% silver dollars you'd like to stack. And you can repeat the process to build that stack just with as many silver dollars as you'd like. I'm going to speed up the process a little bit to then show you how you can backfill for setting up all the different denominations of 90% silver. Of course, in order for me to live to be 100 years old, I'll have to stay in great physical shape, which is the purpose of my Silver Stacker tier in Patreon, Health and Fitness, where I'll be sharing ideas in this area that I've learned over the years. Hi, Legacy Stacker here, You may have noticed that I set up a Patreon account to help support this channel. As always, one thing I can promise you is that every dollar I receive from the channel, I will reinvest back into the channel. If you would like to help me support this channel, please become a bronze stacker, silver stacker, or gold stacker today. As a bronze stacker, we'll focus on health and fitness, beginning with my favorite healthy chocolate chip cookie recipe. They're made with almond flour, so they're gluten-free. As a silver stacker, we'll focus on coin stacking and collecting, beginning with my 90% constitutional coin guide. And you'll also have access to everything in the bronze stacker tier. As a gold stacker, we're focused on building an overall portfolio, as I will give you access to my portfolio of investments updated monthly. My portfolio contains paper assets like retirement and universal insurance investments, as well as physical assets like real estate and, of course, precious metals. In addition, you'll also have access to everything in the bronze and silver stacker tiers. I would really appreciate you becoming a bronze stacker, silver stacker, or gold stacker member of the channel today. And thank you for your continued support. Okay, my final reason I want to live to be 100 years old is that I want the most possible compound interest and appreciation on my other investments. I'll do a video on the miracle of compound interest in the future. My other investments include real estate, diversified stocks in a 401k retirement account, and dividend stocks. Most people think about saving for retirement only until their retirement age. But I say, broaden your view. If you have 20, 30, 40, or even 50 years left on this earth, look to that horizon when it comes to compound interest in the stock market and appreciation on real estate. This next statement may seem a bit controversial, but I hope to live on my Social Security and my rental income cash flow when I retire. This will allow me to expand my saving horizon for many more years. I won't have to take the required minimum distributions, or RMDs, from my 401k retirement account until I'm in my 70s. And even then, if I don't need the distributions to live off of, I can reinvest the distributions into other assets, such as silver and gold, continuing even in retirement to grow a larger nest egg. Long term, I hope to live off of 4% of my assets or less, while gaining 8 to 10% on my assets, on average, each year. This will allow me to live off the interest and never have to spend the money in my nest egg. If I can do this, I can pass my nest egg on to later generations, and they can continue to grow the nest egg, living on 4% per year for themselves, while continuing to gain 8 to 10% on average each year in the markets for eternity. I do realize my nest egg will need to be pretty large to accomplish this, but it will be my way of leaving a legacy. This is what these videos are all about. Teaching the next generation how to manage their money so that they can continue this on for generations to come. This week's YouTube channel shout out of the week goes to Silverstruck. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. Silverstruck covers all types of gold and silver stacking and collecting, and even covers 90% or constitutional silver on his channel. Again, I'll leave a link to Silverstruck's YouTube channel down below in the description. And always remember, my friends, silver and gold, it's wealth you can hold in your hands.